So the false promise onto the Alk while he's got the chemical rage going. That guy's incredibly difficult to kill.
Always carry salve if you're an Oracle player.
He doesn't need to when his chemical rage Alk is regenerating 50 HP a second, which is doubled.
Yeah, it's a good habit to get into.
Yeah. If you are picking Oracle pubs guys, yeah, B-Cup is right. Should always carry a salve voids for... they've just picked based on matchups purely, which is obviously the way to go. Like they don't want to put the want to put the Pugner in the lane against the AM instead of the Beastmaster because they want to dodge the edge, right? Oh, Korea.
Radiant's courier has been killed.
Is this Pugner dead? Oh,
might be toss. XM ends up dead. And that's
XM,
the core Pugner that's dying.
He hits level 6 as well here, so has the Roar available now.
I wonder if he uses that mid or if he's going to go down bottom with that Primal Roar as X-Nova dies top.
Dude, Alex hit the jungle 5 minutes into the game. He's got boots coming out on the career now, but like... Dude, this Void, you see him already. He's just going to start following him around the jungle.
Chalice is in trouble. Aether Remnant goes to the Primal Roar, but it assimilates there in the Astral Step again. Chalice dead to Kaz and ZC. Comes out with it assimilate there to avoid it. ZC, he needs to be careful about how he approaches this, but they've got the Aether Remnant down on James, and the bash is in. They'll kill off Chalice.
Oh, X-Nova didn't have TP available.
Feels really good for the side
Void
of Magma.
Spirit.
Although Void Spirit assimilate. Astral Step gets onto the high ground. Chalice coming over. He does have Primal Roar, and he uses it from a distance on a Mian Mian. Immediately gets locked out to the Aether Remnant. He's just able to time walk to the low ground.
They should still get him, right?
Yeah. Fortune Zen, time walk on cooldown for another 4. And down he goes.
To the void.
Almost.
He's had such a start.
He's playing really well. The fact that he's almost there, like 11 minutes into the game, this is so much quicker than we normally see. Kisses, mid.
Looking over, and Life Drain onto the Faceless Void. They get the kill on a James, they lose X-Nova. ZC gets credit for one of those.
And was the Chronosphere used though by the Faceless Void first big one?
Yeah, he had the Tome of Knowledge at 10, so he was able to hit that 6.
Because he will farm quicker than this AM. That's just
Gobble up,
the way
spit out. Doesn't land, but right on to XM. Loses his courier. ZC coming over. They'll spot XM. They've got the Chrono down and committed. It's not that bad, right?
No, it's fine, but I don't think they needed to use it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because they have like the cookie and the Snapfire and stuff in case he starts healing and things, right? If he starts TPing, then you can use the Chrono if you really need to.
Astral Step, Mortimer's Kisses. Look over at X-Nova as well as James. James taking a couple of shots. False promise used by X-Nova. James trying to get into the trees, and X-Nova actually TPs out. Gobble up, spit out, misses, and both of them go. Find the Pugna, XM, he's in trouble. And Chrono on a 2. It's well placed. They just have to have that damage. ZC kind of walked into it. False promise out onto this Pugna. So that leaves the Oracle to get killed off, but they've used the Mana Void to stop the TP of the Pugna. They'll also get the kill with the Gobble Up and the Spit Out afterwards.
Very ambitious TP, but I mean, good attempt, I guess. And exactly, they just head straight into the Roach Pit, like on this Radiant side now. Time to start trying to chip away at the Roach potentially, but okay. Deciding they don't have enough damage, I guess. I guess they aren't dead for too long on the die side, really. And this Alk still is the strongest hero in the game at the moment. Does he go BKB?
Oh. Avalanche toss onto the Faceless Void. Down he goes, but now how much are you going to give up for this? Kaz fighting Chalice, James on the run, Astral Step, a couple more shots, gets the kill there onto James. Kaz now has the heal. Chalice is in on this. Impetus shots coming through, and well, this is a real big problem for Chalice, who's trying to juke and jive on it. Aether Remnant, he doesn't have the false promise for 58 seconds, but he has the Purifying Flames to finish off ZC.
Radiant's bottom tower.
Oh, this
slow, the boar. Really messy with that CCC, but they still get the kill.
That's a 4 kill going for X-Nova though, so a nice amount of gold for him. And they're going to actually... Extra Prestige is going to go into Chemical Rage and start hitting the tower.
Oh, it's Crep finding the Blast Avalanche, toss on a Kaz.
This Void Spirit is
Astral Step. They've got the Gobble up and the spit out. Now the stun comes out of the anti-mage. Chronosphere with the Mortimer's Kisses. X-Nova survives to the life drain of XM. He false promises himself, though. They go after TZY. They get the kill. The BKB's been popped by SCCC. They go and find ZC.
God.
So 3 dead on Magma, and all of a sudden Ehome have their first net worth lead of the game.
The AM used the counter spell slightly early, so that Alk was able to stun him throughout the whole chrono duration. So even though the Void gets this really nice chrono off, they just don't have any right-click damage to be able to put inside, even though the heroes are caught on the edge of the chrono. If they weren't as far ahead as they were at the beginning of the game, that would have been a disastrous fight. But they've kind of given themselves some breathing room by the fact their lanes went much better than they potentially should have.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Looks like Magma had a complete control.
Radiant structure
Void.
Roar.
fortified.
On a Mian avalanche toss, Void ends up dead.
Radiant's
this is gonna be a
top
tier
tower
2.
is under attack.
Maybe more. Or they're going to try and potentially force heroes back. Why not,
Radiant's
you know?
top tower has fallen.
Yeah,
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
you're going to start hitting the tier 2 bot, but yeah, your high ground is under siege. Do they have a wave? Yeah, it's a little way away.
Dire's structures are fortified.
I mean, he has Aegis, so he really wants to force this, but
is under attack.
wave coming in.
Radiant's top tower
Yeah,
is
here you
under
go,
attack.
backdoor gone.
They blast. Right clicks.
I mean, they're trading a tier 2 for a tier 3.
Under attack. Dire's
And now
bottom
Rax.
tower has fallen.
Rax are in trouble. They're exposed. Nether Blast coming in. They've got the disarm out onto the Alchemist. Mortimer's Kisses.
They have chrono in 5 seconds. Why are they using the kisses already?
False
now-
Promise is available too, so I don't
They
know
have the
if Chrono will
chemical
do
rage
anything.
again.
Radiant's top barracks
Oh my
has
goodness.
fallen.
Okay, well,
He still hits fast even after the blow shredder.
like they're not killing this.
Primal Roar
Yeah,
and
okay.
ZC just gets blown up, and then through backdoor they finish off the melee racks.
Again, I still don't think this game's like close to being over. The medallion for the Alk as well on the Beastmaster. Time to start running up bot lane.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Aegis is still around for about a minute and a quarter or so. So they have a decent window here where they can really, potentially get a second set of
Radiant's
racks.
bottom tower is under
We're
attack.
fighting. Finish the game.
Dire's
Straight
middle
up.
tower is under attack.
Abyssal used. They go after Chalice, but they've got the false promise, so that won't work. Tossed into the air. Chronosphere hits on the
What?
2. It's onto the Beastmaster as well as the Tiny, but it hits the Anti-Mage. So Chrono kind of just, loses them the game. Anti-Mage is dead for 74 seconds without buyback. ZC's forced. Yeah, GG. Wow.
Radiant's
Damn,
bottom
yeah.
barracks
That
under
is a costly Chrono.
Dire victory.
That might be one of the more comical chronos I've ever seen. I'm sure Twitch chat's going to have an absolute field day with that one. This is what they wake up, get into Twitch chat and hope to happen in games, because, yeah. I mean, obviously, if he catches the Alk as well as the AM there, it's not as bad, right? But the fact he doesn't catch the Alk...
Well, he's going Greaves next. XM, Venomous Gale onto the Doom. And now the Poison Nova.
think
Doom had
Doom's-
used the War Stomp.
They get the Veno, though.
Yeah, they get the Venom and they're not going to lose the Doom.
That's really nice. And now all of a sudden he gets the XP off that kill and takes the tome. He's level 7. At 10 minutes on the Doom. So this guy's having a really good game so far. 4 points of Scorched Earth. Ooh, mid lane, Arena.
It's got the arena down, but let's see if they can get anything from it. They look over as X-Nova's just dead again, and Chalice is forced away.
I'm not really sure why they tried to force the fight knowing that Veno's dead, right? Seems a little bit unnecessary.
They're really not getting much done on this Ehome side. They're throwing bodies, but they're losing every single exchange.
No, I think they need the Vessel on the Veno, though, really. It's such a big point in the game for them. Because, you saw the Soul Whip on the Doom there as well was a big deal. It's not just the Morphling that they're using it for.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Close to it. 250 gold away. And Witch Doctor again. He just gets killed off.
They've got a stun onto this Doom, and SCC comes in with the Metamorphosis rolling to get a kill, which is big for him as he's been trying to recover after being pushed out of that top lane.
Yeah, they want this Venom. Oh my god, he was invis on Tiny.
Mid. They've got the Doom out and the damage, so they get the kill on XM. They throw down the arena on two of these heroes, as well as the spear. Cast bouncing around, Supernova out. So Kaz goes down, as does Mian Mian. Rolling Thunder, though, bouncing. Oh, the stun. I think that saves Chalice. But for how long? Turns into the Phoenix. Icarus dives behind the tier 1 tower. The spear misses. Adaptive Strike at Chalice. Doesn't get the kill. Trying to finish off this Mars. They lose TZY. Avalanche comes out from ZC. And finally, the waveform is what finishes off this Mars.
Yeah, but here comes Venom again mid with the Vessel, and there's no mana on the Morphling.
And he's in a bit of trouble.
If they can hit him with a Gale here, this is going to be bad. Can they get any more?
Kaz has got the help, but they just don't have a way to stop the TP.
Oh my god, the toss back on XM though.
So he uses yet another Spirit Vessel charge. So now he's out of charges, and he didn't get any kills from him.
Yeah, but at the same time, the Morphlings have to TP back to base. Like, Terrorblade's just been free farming the jungle the whole time, so he's pulled ahead ever so slightly. Now, this obviously isn't great for Ehome, but like they still took an okay fight. Like they killed.
Scale, ZC, Sunray on him. He's getting close to burning out, and the spear is there. They'll get the kill. They look over though. X-Nova loses his life. Now SCC, he's got Metamorphosis in 6 seconds. Icarus dive all the way across. Kaz ends up dead. Rolling Thunder coming through. That's going to bounce up some of these heroes. SCC got Sunder to work with, but they've got the control on a Chalice, and instead of going to the Metamorphosis and maybe trying to fight this, he just backs away. It already seems like a bit of a struggle. They've got the Poison Nova as well as the arena down. XM trying to survive this one. The Rolling Thunder comes in. They get the kill to the Venoman, so they take out the Doom. They'll find Kaz. So 2 heroes dead on the side of Magma. Rolling Thunder continue to go in. SCC can't get the Sunder off. He is dead to this morph. They throw the spear. They've got the shield crash. They'll lose ZC. And it looks like this Pango might be next. Right clicks from the Witch Doctor are not going to be enough. He ends up losing his life to the Morphling. And down goes James. Triple kill for this morph.
What a fight for Magma. And he now, after that fight, he's deciding he is going to go for Manta on the Morphling. Like, they killed the Terrorblade once, and he's like, yeah, I think I can go Manta now.
Catch X-Nova. I think he's happy to break this smoke.
It's whatever. Up against the Morphling, who's going to be going E-Blade.
Arena, spear hits onto the Undying. They've got the Rolling Thunder, so that gets them out of the arena, but they go to the Supernova. Rolling Thunder bouncing around. Doom used onto Chalice. Supernova pops, stuns up the Pangolier. They disengage. They lose Kaz, though. So one dead on the side of Magma. Ehome, got the Doom out of the hands of Doom. Bouncing with the Maledict. He's got the Death Ward out.
Alive.
And Chalice gets the arena down. So now they have the spear, Maledict proccing a couple of times, Sunray, but it's just not enough damage to get the kill onto the Morphling. They look over at ZC, Chalice tossed all the way back right onto TZY. Finally, they take out this Tiny. The cast bounces over to TZY. They miss the spear. Ehome should back off that miss.
They really want to get this mid-tier 1, though. Veno's going BKB second item, so you know you can tell how much he's getting hated on in this game.
Yeah.
I'm starting to worry a lot for this Tiny, though. Like, this mid-Tiny's really falling off in terms of net worth. Like, even his position 4 Doom's gone ahead of him now. There's been, like, 4 or 5 fights in a row that it feels like he's died. Okay, he's only died 3
really
times.
Has it 11 times?
Yeah, something like that. Oh, Doom.
In trouble. In the arena, and surviving for now. But there's the ulti from X-Nova. Rolling Thunder coming in. Damage on the TZY. Not a lot, but some. We've got the Rolling Thunder as well as the shield crash and the giant toss shield crash, basically. Scotty, take out Chalice.
Yeah, the Scotty's really good against Morph. It's 50% slow, but it also reduces that healing that comes through from the attribute.
Got the arena down as well as the spear. They'll find TZY.
Can't even get the greaves off in time. Do they look at potentially going Roche now the Pango's dead?
Sure, nobody can get into this pit. They're going to TP over. They're certainly going to try. It's not the fastest Roche ever.
Morphling. they missed the
He's
spear.
okay. Spear misses from Chalice. And again, the question is, do they want to make this attempt? They do have the Blink Dagger on ZC ready to make the jump.
It depends whether the Venom wards can cancel the blink or not, though, right? Like, this Venom's playing on the bot half of the Roche pit, but Tiny playing on the top side.
Spear thrown and Aegis in their hands. They got the toss out on X Nova. Now that a K hits on
He's still
XM as well as
alive.
SCCC, they'll go and take out ZC's life, losing that Tiny, and all of a sudden, you've got the Aegis and you have an advantage here for Ehome.
It starts to really snowball out of control how, big that Pango death is.
They've got the vision on the Morphling. They'll throw the cask. Maledic comes through. Spear lands. Now the Sunray. They have a lot of damage coming through. But behind them, Avalanche toss on XM. Pops the BKB. Goes into the Poison Nova. They've got the arena round onto the Morphling. They just can't stop his TP. The BKB's getting popped all over the place. Goes to the Sunder. SCCC playing really on the edge here. But they've got the Supernova popping, and they've got the cask hitting on a TZY. He'll get burned out via the Sunray. So they only lose this Pangoiri. He's dead for 50 seconds. However, Kaz trying to get into the tier 2 tower. He's not going to be safe there regardless. And they'll find themselves a +1.
Radiant's bottom tower.
Like, normally that Sunder, you'd be like, whoa, that's, a bit risky. But the fact he has the Aegis, and he still doesn't...
Dire are scanning.
We smoke out. And the scan comes in. It connects onto TZY.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Morphling's just hiding in the trees.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
And they're going to force them back by taking this tier 2, although we said that last time and they just kind of took everything they wanted. They've got the spear that'll connect to the arena.
There's Doom up, but, how do you enter this fight now that the Pango's dead?
Has fallen. Radiant's middle tower has fallen.
Tombstone down. Eventually that's extra 200 gold.
I think the Pango has to buy back. Do you really want to give away this tier 3? Because if the Pango doesn't buy back, they're going to take this.
This felt like the last game as well. They were very complacent in losing their buildings.
It's just been Ehome getting some really good pickoffs in the mid-game here, and then them using those pickoffs to further their advantage each time. I wouldn't say Magma have made any massive mistakes, as a team. I like this Lincoln's pickup from XM as well that he's going for. Up against the Doom, up against the E-Blade. Arena.
Spear, and they've got the Undying, but they don't finish him off. Have the Undying locked up. The BKB gets popped by XM. They go into the Rolling Thunder. They've got the Poison Nova. Now he morphs into the TB, goes into the Metamorphosis. They get the Kona X Nova as well as XM.
And they still have the Doom available if they find somebody else.
Radiant's courier has
Potentially
been
find a
killed.
+1.
Just get these pickoffs like Ehome have been doing, and then try and take a numbers advantage. They drop the ward down.
Got the Avalanche toss. BKB, popped by XM, but the damage is still there. Meanwhile, on the other side of this fight, the BKB's been popped by SCCC. They go for the kill on a Kaz. They get the takeout onto Undying. Now they look for the Doom with the Rolling Thunder going around. TZY, hit by the cask. He's not going to care. As now he finally drops out of the Rolling Thunder. They've got the Sunray on him. Morphling trying to run, pops the Manta. Right clicks coming through onto the Illusions. And a lot of damage on a Chalice. He needs to be very careful because it looks like maybe the Morphling's going to try and come back in onto him. But they've got the Yules, Avalanche toss, Maledic down. Now the ulti from the Witch Doctor. They'll take out ZC, turn their attention over to the Morphling, who's in so much trouble in too deep, and he'll end up falling as SCCC takes the 8-time spree away. And that is a big, massive kill here for Ehome.
This is what I'm saying, trying to attribute shift next to this TB hitting you with Skadi, the Shiva's on the Phoenix. You can waveform in, but you don't win this fight against the TB anymore.
Death tax. Regeneration.
I don't know, he's going to go Skadi on the Morphling, but I think he needs to go Daedalus or something. I think he needs to go raw right-click damage. And try and just out-DPS the TB that way. Kaz has been caught again.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Killing the Undying. Take the tier 1. And all of a sudden it's a 6k lead. On top of which SCC has 23,000 net worth.
5,000.
They're trying to come over. They're just not quick enough. Scan comes out, but they've already got it. Fight Rage is on. They've got the Arena. The BKB's been popped by the Morphling as well as the Doom. Chalice just trying to take up some of their time. He's got the Spear that hits onto the Pangolier. The rest of the team coming forward. Icarus Dive with the Shivas. I believe
Nice
that hit on
tombstone
the
as well.
ZC. Got the Tombstone in as well as the Rolling Thunder. Disrupting this fight. The Avalanche as well as the Toss. Ooh, into the Supernova. Now they got to try and take out this egg if they can. But they get the kill on the ZC as well as TZY. They'll take out the Doom. Now they focus their attention onto the Morphling. The Spear doesn't land onto the trees. He's trying to turn, maybe waveform onto the low ground. He gets away. Sunray, TP, and gone.
I'll take that.
Very close. They all have buyback on the Radiant side, but you see, like, this is the problem I was saying that they have with the egg. Like, nobody hits it. So when it goes off in a fight, the only person that can destroy the egg is, like, the Morphling. But if the Morphling's spending the whole duration of the fight hitting the egg, it's not going to work.
Wait, I'm still alive.
They still have meta for a little bit of time here, but they do have the Aegis as well on Ehome.
No glyph. Let's see what they can do. Arena down. Spear.
Tango just brought back.
TZY again. And they're going to go and put the Morphling forward. He used the waveform. Hit with the Venomous Gale. Shivas.
Well, Phoenix.
Avalanche toss. Phoenix doesn't have the Supernova this time, but the Sunder from SCCC with the Aegis, so he's willing to give up his life. But he doesn't even have to do that. Got the top set of racks. They'll go for the mid set of racks. They'll take out both, most likely. Avalanche toss. Aegis gone. It's probably what he was expecting, considering the fact that he used that Sunder to keep alive the Phoenix. Phoenix, who, by the way, has Supernova in 24 seconds. They've got the Spear onto the Doom, and they'll get the kill. He'll buy back immediately, again focusing onto the mid set of racks. So 2 sets of racks are gone. The bottom tier 3 in that set of racks are still open and available for business. And you're starting to get these ultis back up. 9 seconds till the Supernova's back up. 6 seconds till you've got yourself the Arena. On top of which, 46 seconds till the meta's up. And this fight's being long and drawn out. They've got the Arena as well as the Poison up with the BKB being popped by the Morphling. Mars backs away. They focus their attention on the Doom who just bought back. They'll buy back on the Tiny. ZC. He'll see what he can accomplish. He's got the toss-up on XM. Icarus Dive all the way across. Supernova once again. They get the kill on the Venomancer, but now they start to run for the Supernova, and this is not going to look good as they hit the Spear. No, they don't. He goes onto the low ground, but he's hit with the Supernova exploding, and he'll go down. Everybody gone from the side of Magma, and GG is called. Ehome take the 2-0.
Yeah, convincing performance from Ehome. I mean, this is what was expected coming into this series. You know, maybe game 1 was a little bit wonky. Game 2, a little bit of back and forth early on, especially as well. But, you know, as the game went on, especially after that first Aegis.